Hi, this is just a quick video in case anyone has any questions about the APR, what your responsibilities are, and what my responsibilities are. So, first, they split this up into 3 parts this year. It used to be we did it once a year. Then a couple years ago, might have been last year actually, they split it up into 2 parts where you do the fall and then the spring separately. Actually, no, that's not correct. You did the fall and then you did the cumulative year. And then this year they said, well, we're going to do summer, and then we're going to do fall, and then we're going to do cumulative. So we've passed summer. Most people didn't have to do it because if you didn't run a summer program specifically with 21st Century funds, you were okay. So now we're going to do the fall 2017, due on July 9th. So if you just go to this website here, it's 21apr.ed.gov. It will bring you up to this website. There's a big warning that comes up. Just click that off. You should have a username and password. If you didn't, the LEA contact, whoever was the contact person on the grant, should have gotten an email with the username and password. If not, there's a contact your state agency here. You can get it. If it's been more than 60 days since you logged in, it will have you change your password, and that's a problem for me myself because I won't have your current password even if I had your old one. So I need that to get in. Okay, so I'm going to use the account of one of our colleagues here and just show you what it looks like. So if I go in here, I've got a username and password. I go there. The first thing you'll see is what should be your name or somebody's name, whoever the contact is. A list of your grants. So this one has quite a few grants, and then under each grant is every school that was in that cohort. So if I click on that, I see a list of centers, they call them. So if this was a summer, a lot of people just went and clicked inactive term because you didn't run a summer program using 21st Century funds, so that's okay. For the most part now, though, for fall, everyone should have run something, right? Nobody should have been inactive, or else you got to give back the money maybe. So anyway, you go there, you can click on the school name, and it has a bunch of information. You notice these tabs here at the top goes back and forward, and this is where things get a little interesting. So if you're a new grantee, I may fill this out for you because they don't auto-fill this. But it's just going to be a bunch of information about your center, whether it has feeder schools or not. Usually the answer is no, but any community partners you have. Sometimes that comes from the grant. I'll check if I need to, but that's not the hard part. So you go here, it's the grantee overview. You go to enter APR data, and you see these tabs here at the top. We were just at centers. There's activities, staffing, participation, and outcomes. You would fill out the centers. Well, maybe I would if you were new. That's just the basic information. But activities and staffing, that's what you do. So it's going to be asking things like, how many times did you run STEM? If I click on one of these, it wants to know how many times per week. Well, more than once per week. And then it keeps asking questions. Okay, I'm going to take that off. And so on. Did you run literacy? If you didn't, you leave a blank. And you keep going down here, and you keep answering all these questions, and then you can click review, and it'll be okay. Everything will be done. And then you go to staffing, the same thing. There's administrators, right? And it wants to know how many staff members. And so this is the reason I can't do this portion, because I don't know how many staff members you have. I don't know what kind of activities you ran, other than hard numbers of activities and attendance. And then these last 2 parts are mine. Okay, so if I go to participation, it starts to ask me, well, how many kindergartners, how many first graders, et cetera, and then it'll just keep going and asking me a bunch of stuff. These are ones because I put some fake data in so I could see something, and it just keeps going, and I'll have that information. So I do these portions. Outcomes for fall, they won't ask for any outcomes yet because they know you don't have test scores yet. But for the cumulative year, they will ask me for state standardized test scores, so I will have to collect those and do that. But again, those are my portions. These are your portions. And that's it. Once we get to the end, there's no report that tells you like, hey, you completed this correctly. You just enter the information. You're confident that you entered the information, and then you kind of just wait for the system to close, and you assume everything went well, and that's it. So if you can get me that username and password, I would appreciate it. If I already have it, I probably already did this, but that's it.